Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another celebrity reading. This time it's on Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake. Now, if you haven't seen my last Britney video, I'll put a link to it up here. So first of all, People magazine, okay, they put out an article today that says allegedly there's an excerpt in Britney's book where she claims, see, I'm gonna get heated already. Let me calm myself down, because you guys know whenever I talk about Britney Spears, that's my queen, that's my idol, that's my everything. It's like, let me calm down. So People magazine allegedly are saying that allegedly there's an excerpt in Britney's book where she says that when she was with Justin, he was the love of her life, and she got pregnant and he didn't want to be a father, and he convinced her to abort the baby. And even though they made the decision together, she regrets it to this day, and it still haunts her and causes her pain. Now, Justin Timberlake, come here. I just want to talk for a minute. I just want to talk to you for a minute. What's wrong with you? I want to talk to you because I've got two hands, and one of them has Britney's name on it, and one of them has Janet Jackson's name on it. So those are my faves growing up. So I just have a lot of bones to pick with you because you really hurt two of my faves growing up. So anyways, I just want to talk though. So that's all I want to do. I just talk with my hands because I'm Italian. Anyways, so let me calm down. So Britney's book is coming out next week. By the way, when that book comes out, don't talk to me. Talk to your mother, because I'm not talking to anybody, and I don't want to hear anything, and I don't want to be tagged in anything. I don't want nobody to say a damn thing to me until I finish that book. Because, so, like, I'm not even joking. Like, I don't want to talk to anybody or anything. I'm going to lock myself in my room and read the book. So I've been waiting, like, my entire life for this book. So, like, I don't want to talk to you. So call your mom up and talk to her. You haven't seen her in 3 years. Go talk to her. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to anybody. I want to lock myself in a room and finish the book. Anyways, maybe I'll have to do another reading on this book when it comes out. I need to calm myself down because I'm very angry right now. Can you imagine being like a mega famous pop star and being like, what was she, like fucking 20? And going through this, and then Justin be like, oh, yeah, I'm not ready to be a dad. You should abort it. And then she aborts the baby, and then he goes and makes a fucking song and video called Cry Me a River. Like, I actually can't comprehend. Throws her under the bus. Meanwhile, anybody who's been a fan of Britney Jean Spears, the queen of pop, knows that the allegations, and it was alleged that he cheated on her first, and then she cheated in revenge, and then he cried about her cheating when really allegedly he cheated first. So it's like really pissing me off, because it's like, okay, but then you do that. So it's like, I'm just going to do the reading. I'm not going to talk anymore. I know you guys are like, shut the fuck up and do the reading. You sound like a lunatic. I don't actually care. So I'm just going to do the reading between the two of them and see what was going on. And I'm going to try to do this as calmly as I can. And I'm not going to like just roast Justin. I want to see what was going through his mind. I'm going to try and have some empathy for him in this situation. But I'm pissed. But I'm going to let it go. So remember, these readings are all alleged for tapers only. And I'm sorry. Let's get started. Look how iconic she is. I actually can't. Anyways, okay, so Britney will be on the left and Justin will be on the right. Okay. Oh, okay. 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 Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So Britney showed up as the Seven of Swords reverse. So that makes sense to me. The Seven of Swords reverse is like a failure. And it also to me is sometimes like I've done everything to try to succeed. I've done everything to try to make it right. And I just failed. And I even see the Seven of Swords as like I even tried like unconventional means. And like sometimes that's like, you know, going against the grain or breaking the rules, whatever, just to make it work. Like even doing shady shit sometimes to make sure I can make this work and our relationship work and make the situation work. And I just failed. And I see her looking back at this relationship and being like, that was a total failure. Like I failed as a person. I failed as a girlfriend. He failed as a boyfriend. Like, it's just like a giant failure. I think for a lot of years, she blamed herself for this breakup. I'm hoping now that she's much older, she realizes that she shouldn't be blaming herself. But I think for many years at the time when they broke up, she blamed herself, which makes sense, right? Every time the song is My Sorry, like, I Made It Rain, like, that makes sense. He showed up as the Four of Swords reversed. The Four of Swords reversed is about not wanting to feel rejection or not wanting to be rejected. And the Judgment card is about being embarrassed and his public image. So that's him feeling like, I want to get you before you get me. I want to reject you before you reject me. I want to embarrass you before you embarrass me. The best defense is an offense. That's what that is. And I also see this as, you know, when it comes to, you know, pregnancy or anything like that, I also see that as like, I care about my image too much. In the Judgment card, it would ruin my career. Which, in his defense, I kind of sort of can understand. They were young. They were in their prime, you know, so it's like, I kind of understand that mentality. It's probably a lot of pressure from managers and things like that and handlers. But still. Now, the Devil card is manipulation. The Magician card is sly communication. The Ten of Wands is a release of a burden. So absolutely, he turned the charm on and was like, I'm going to get you to make sure you agree to this abortion. I'm allegedly for anti-papers only. No facts here, all opinions. So all speculation. So I also see that as him being like, oh my God, that was the catalyst, wasn't it? Oh my God, that was the catalyst for the breakup. For him. Oh my God. Because this is him being like, I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. Justin saw a switch in Britney. This got really intense really quickly. The High Priestess. Justin saw something switch in Britney and was like, okay. Do you know how when men become baby daddies and they're very young, a lot of men's fight or flight turns into flight? That's exactly what this type of dynamic was. He saw something switch in Britney emotionally. And he can see, like, basically what he saw was her trauma, right? Beginning to form. And it scared him and he ran. Six of Swords, I gotta run the fuck out of here. The Two of Pentacles, the High Priestess. You're not the same person that you once were. You're not who you used to be. Like, you're broken or damaged. Like, it's almost like he could see the cracks. And I think this is subconsciously. I don't think he was conscious of this. I mean, he was a young kid too. So I'm not trying to give him an excuse, but I do understand he ran. He ran. And that's unfortunately what a lot of young men do, is they run. And I think, yep, she felt alone. She felt isolated, hermit. She felt abandoned. She was looking for support from her family. I also think Britney always wanted a family of her own. So being pregnant was something that was like, oh my God, like I can make my own family, because she wasn't happy with her family. But nope, the Seven of Cups is a verse which says she realized very quickly this was a come to Jesus moment for Britney, where she was like, oh fuck, I'm in this by myself and I have no one. I think this was the pivotal moment in Britney's life where her innocence was shattered. And she was like, oh, I only have me, myself, and I. This was like the moment where everything clicked for her, where she was like, this is a machine. I'm in the machine. And I only have my own back. This is the beginning of her trauma, but this is the beginning of her strength as well. This is what created that strength in Britney that we all love and admire, that lioness energy. Okay, we have the Hangman, the Six of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. I think he poisoned a lot of people against her. Friends she had, people she knew, industry people. I think he poisoned a lot of them. Bad-mouthed her, like I said, because he didn't want to look bad. If I throw dirt on you and I go on the offense, you don't have a leg to stand on. He knew that if he threw dirt first, she couldn't throw dirt back. So very strategic. He was very much like, I need to be the most successful person I can be. And again, I'm not saying I'm not saying that I'm justifying it, but I'm also not saying I don't understand it. Like, he was panicked and in a flight response, and he wanted to be famous and successful, and he wasn't going to let this take him down. But I don't think he really realized what he was doing, and actions have consequences. So, I mean, it's not like I don't really necessarily feel sorry for him, but I'm looking at this and I'm understanding it better. I also see the Six of Cups as like, I think at the time he was like, oh, I don't ever want kids. Like, I don't want to do any of that, which was bullshit. But again, I mean, he was like fucking 20. So it's like, whatever. I'm not going to go too deep into that. Okay. So the Ten of Swords is like a betrayal or a backstabbing, which clearly he did. And then the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. I also think that, I mean, I already told you, I know he was cheating. It's there. That's him cheating. I definitely think he was cheating. I really do believe the rumors that he cheated first. I really do believe that. I've always believed that. And that is him betraying her in multiple ways when it comes to love. So whatever. I also think Britney was kind of just like, we'll figure it out together. Like, I want to be with you. I want to make this work. Britney was almost, I don't want to say desperate, but Britney was like, I will do anything to make this work. I see Britney as like, I'll figure it out. Like, let's figure it out. The Six of Wands, the Lover's card reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, I also see Justin as somewhat controlling, being like, you can't work with that person. You can't do that, but then he could. I almost see him as like having stipulations, like you can't do this, you can't do that, and she was allowed to do it. I mean, and he was allowed to do it. So she wasn't allowed to do it, and he was. And I see her being like, what the fuck? But then I also see her being like, whatever, I'll make it work. Like, I'll make it work. Like, Britney is just conditioned to accept the things that were put in front of her. Like, head down, mind your business, just keep moving. Like, that's just what I'm seeing with her. Like, she was just conditioned, which is really sad. I know a lot of us felt like Britney was like, would never get over Justin, would never get over it. First of all, I do think she's over it. But the reason we felt that is because she was carrying the pain and the guilt over it for many, many years. Justice is upright, Chariot's reverse, and the Page of Swords reverse. So that's about Britney not wanting to hurt others. So instead, she holds it inside and hurts herself. Self-deprecation, bad self-talk, you know, depressive moments and stuff. In the Justice card, she almost felt guilty for what she did, whether it be, you know, her emotions, her feelings, her actions, or even the abortion itself. There's a feeling of guilt, and she turned it internally. You know, again, some people lash out at others and some people lash out internally, and Britney was just like lashing out internally. I also think there were a lot of songs and music that she wanted to make that was very dark, and she wasn't, which makes sense to me because I do know that the Everytime music video, she was supposed to go in the tub, and then when she's, you know, in the dream sequence is actually her dying, and she sees the baby being born, which clearly is probably a metaphor for her or like a baby that was aborted, because she's in heaven in that phase. But in that the original take of the music video, Britney didn't want to come back to life at the end. She wanted it to be like she died, and they were like, "No, you have to come back to life." So they added that scene at the end. So it wouldn't shock me. It doesn't shock me to see this because it's almost like she wanted to do something a little darker, or do something a little more serious. And I think that things were just changed. Like, I think there are songs that are reworked to have a happier ending or a happier message than was originally intended. And maybe this will be talked about in the book, I'm not sure, but I definitely see things being reworked consistently, songs and stuff during that time period, because it was a lot darker than people realize. Seven of Pentacles reversed, 10 of Pentacles upright, and the 5 of Pentacles reversed. Is, again, this is about people being like, no, you're a money-making machine. We're going to make as much money as we can. I'm taking control, and I'm saying no to all of your stuff. All of our handlers, managers, everyone was just like, no, 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 no. You have a wholesome image. We need to keep it up. I also think the 3 of Cups, here it is. And this is what I was wondering. People are asking, is Christina Aguilera going to be in the book? Is Christina Aguilera going to be talked about? I'm not sure. I definitely think Britney is going to talk about some form of jealousy between her and other pop stars. So I do think there's that. I also think she's going to mention the Pop Star Factory and how so many people were trying to be her. Original Doll, we all know the whole story about like that album, that scrapped album, where she felt like people were like, the industry was trying to make copies of her, which is funny because everyone makes fun of Nicki Minaj for saying that, but it's clearly something that happens, allegedly. If all these pop stars are saying it, and these, you know, women who are successful in the industry are saying that, clearly there's something to it. But anyways, I do think that, but I also see that as the Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Three of Cups. I see that as someone taking the bait. So I see that as her saying like, and I don't know if this will be in the book or if it's just like what I'm seeing, but I see this as her being like, yeah, they were trying to pit me against the artists, and they were trying to get other artists to be pit against me because they knew it would make them more money. Three of Cups and Ace of Pentacles is like, yeah, they wanted us to be jealous of each other and competitive with each other because it was a game to make more money and get people in the headlines, and having feuds makes them more money. And the Eight of Cups says that she was just like too smart for that and was like, I'm not doing that. I refuse. I walk away from it. I'm not doing it. Like the amount of times, I also even see her being like, yeah, I was offered opportunities to say this, or if I said this, or if I made a song like this, or if I made a song that dissed someone or said something bad about someone, and her being like, I won't do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't care what you say. It's not worth it to me. Like Britney is not that person. She's not that person. She's not a spiteful, vengeful person. And if she ever has anger or frustration, she deals with it internally, not externally. Girl, I need to learn from the queen because I'm opposite. I got too much Scorpio energy with an 8th house stellium, girl. My Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Chiron are all in the 8th house. And my Venus, Mars, Jupiter are all in Leo. My Chiron is technically in Cancer, but woo! Anyways. Okay. Temperance card reversed, Queen of Pentacles upright, and Knight of Cups reversed. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much what I'd expect. Like, Britney didn't really want to be famous. She just wanted to make music. So that makes sense to me. She's always been that way. Always hated fame. But Temperance being reversed. Unfair. Oh, she felt like other pop stars and other, like, you know, musicians just had more control, were able to do things she wasn't able to do. So I just see her being frustrated. Like, why am I treated this way, but others aren't? Why am I making all this money for all of you? I'm the most successful. I'm the #1, and I can't do the things that they can do. So I just kind of see that building and building over the years, and that's why she had her rebellion as well. I see the breakdown. I see the this is all the build up to her breakdown. And what was it, 2007? Because the Knight of Swords is reversed, the Queen of Swords is reversed, and the Four of Cups. This is just her being like, I don't care anymore. Like, that's like her being like, I'm done, I'm numb, I'm tired of this. No matter what I do, I can't win. You guys literally always screw me over. There's always a gotcha moment at the end. Like, I'm always treated differently. How much money do I have to make you? They're always like, they were always convincing her like, oh, like, you know, we'll make you beautiful and all dolled up, and then you make us money here and we'll stop. And oh, make this album and then we'll stop. Or oh, tour here and then we'll stop. But it never stopped. There was never, the goalposts were always moving. It was always moving. She was always being promised certain things and it wasn't happening. I mean, even down to her getting married and having, you know, children with K-Fed and stuff, it's all a rebellious act because they kept pushing and moving the goalposts, and then her being like, all right, fuck it then. I'm going to fucking fuck it up then. I don't care anymore. That's like why she did that. It was all a form of rebellion because they weren't letting her do what she wanted to do. She's like, fuck it then. You're never going to let me have my time frame of what I want to do. Then I'm going to do it when you don't like it. And I'm going to choose a partner that you don't really like. And I'm going to have babies really quickly because I want a family. And I don't care that it's not the right time. I'm doing it. Like, it's all like spite work. When I tell you, and I've talked about this before, yes, there were multiple times where she tried to sabotage her own career so that they would fuck off. And it's not because she doesn't like doing what she likes doing. It's because she knows that if she built it once, she could rebuild it again. So she wasn't worried. Here's the thing. Britney is very, very, very confident in her abilities. Well, I would say was. Nowadays, it's been a little long, and I do think that she has a lot of anxiety about not being that cool it girl anymore. But back then, she was like, I could rebuild it whenever the fuck I want. I'm not worried about it. I'm very confident in what I do. I don't care if you don't make money or if you lose out, because I know I'll figure something out. So there was that confidence, but I also think there's a part of Britney that feels like she'll never really love again, and she'll never find love. She's very jaded in love. This makes sense why she was with Sam. And why, you know, her and Sam ended up the way they ended up, and how she like got over him really quickly, which I literally predicted, and you guys got mad at me. I told you that Sam, literally, she didn't give that much of a fuck about him. I told you this for fucking years, that she was going to get over him really quickly. She doesn't really care. If he wants to leave, bitch. Like, she did not care. I told you this. And I was right, and you guys got mad at me, but I was right. Sam was not as big of a factor as he probably thought. He got humbled very quickly. But anyways, the Two of Cups reverse and the King of Swords reverse. To me, this is her being like, it's very difficult for me to feel feelings in general. I think she's very emotionally numb. So not only is she finding it difficult to feel feelings, but imagine being in a relationship. It's very difficult for her. How the hell can I feel that emotion again? How can I replicate that feeling? She's very jaded. I think that what's next for Britney post-book, I think it's about feeling sexy again. I think that's also why she's posting all those pictures and videos of her like in, you know, underwear and stuff, because she wants to feel sexy again. She wants to feel like that girl again, you know? I think what's going to happen is I think once Britney gets her foot in the water of performing again, and I've said this, I do think she will eventually do that. I think once she dips her foot on stage, once she gets on stage again, I think she's going to realize how being on stage feels when you're free, because she's never been free when she's been on stage. And I think eventually when she pushes herself to go back on stage and she feels free, she's going to realize exactly what she was missing, and it's going to feel good again. So I do think there's going to be encouragement from another female artist. I've been saying this for a while. There is another female artist that I really think is going to push her to perform again. I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be female. It's just Queen of Wands energy. I mean, you could have feminine energy and not be female, but I do see another artist just really pushing her. And I see this as someone, I don't know if I would say this is someone she's worked with before. Just because the Death card and the Four of Wands typically indicates something new, but I mean, it could be someone old that you just haven't worked with in a long time for. But the Page of Wands is about speaking your truth and being honest. And to me, this is a potential collab, but it doesn't have to be. It could just be like bringing Britney out for a show. And, you know, the Queen of Wands can sometimes be a fire sign, you know, not always. But Two of Wands, Seven of Wands reversed, and the Five of Cups. Yeah. Yeah. And this is someone that doesn't see her as an underdog, but sees her as an icon and strength, and is very inspired by her. And it's someone I think that doesn't do it very often. So I think it's something that I think it would shock a lot of people. Yeah, look at this. Nine of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, and Ace of Swords reverse. I think that it's someone that wanted to do this previously and they had a wrench in their plans. Like, it's someone like I think that maybe wanted to work with her before, or they had a collab planned and it fell apart because there was a regret and a missed opportunity and someone kind of sabotaged it. So I feel like this is someone that's like, no. And this is also someone that when they back something, people listen. So I don't know who this will be. I'm going to pull from the Britney deck and then I'm going to end this reading because everyone's like, pull from the Britney deck. We have a Britney deck. We should use it. Hold me close, young Tony Danza. Okay. We have the little star. Oh, that's her when she was younger. Also, young Britney talking about an abortion. Britney Spears in, oops, they did it again, the Space Princess. And then dump him. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? We have the breakup card, the child card, and then oops card. That's kind of ironic. It's kind of exactly the story that was going on. And then the goddess card, a little pregnancy card. It's literally telling the story that we just told. That's so funny. The visionary, and then this is the bubblegum Brit. I see her paying homage to her old self, either in a music video, in something to promote something, like a promotional video, or in a song. I see an homage coming to herself. I do think someone else is going to pay homage to her, or maybe someone's going to sample her music, but I really feel like Britney is going to pay homage because I'm hearing Inside Out from Femme Fatale. You're the only one who ever drove me crazy. So come on. And anyways, hit me one more time, it's so amazing. How you shook my world and turned it upside down. You're the only one who ever drove me crazy. So she self-references in that song. I feel like there's something like that coming. There's something like that coming. I feel like there's some sort of like era, like focusing on, come on, Eras Tour. Come on, Taylor Swift. There's just something, there's something self-referential. Yeah, the cusp. It's like, or like redoing her videos or like refocusing her videos or recreating. There's something coming. I don't know. That's kind of what I see. So I'm going to leave it at that. That's it. That's the video. Okay. I can't take any more. I'm drained. All right. I love you guys. Make sure you follow me, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Antphrodite. Subscribe down below. If you love this video, please support me financially. Join the YouTube memberships. $5, $10, $15 tier. You get access to exclusive pick a card, story times. You can win a reading from me. Until next time, goodbye. Girl, Justin Timberlake, kick rocks.